Alright, you guys, Halloween Horror Month, day number, I don't even remember what number we're on right now. But today, I'm going to be reviewing Jennifer's Body. Yes, and Jennifer's Body, some of you may be surprised of, like, what? That fucking movie with Megan Fox in high school and she's fucking eating people and shit? Yeah, that movie. I know I'm going to get a ton of hate, and a few of you will probably unsubscribe while watching this review. But Jennifer's Body, let's talk about the plot first. The plot of this movie is we meet Needy. Her name's not actually Needy, that's just what everybody calls her. Her name's like Anita. But we meet Needy, who's best friends with Jennifer. And, you know, they're like polar opposites. You know, Needy is the kind of dork. She's kind of like the perky dork, you know what I mean? She's got some spunk to her. Then we have Jennifer, who is the total slut, and she walks around like, hey, I'm all that. And all that. Anyways, they go to this little indie concert thing at this local bar they're having. A small little venue. And so something happens, and Jennifer is taken, and all of a sudden, next time we see Jennifer, she's eating boys. Yeah. So that's about the best way I can describe this movie without kind of giving stuff away, really. Now what I think of Jennifer's Body, and here's where all the unsubscribers, or here's where all the subscribers are going to unsubscribe. Here's where all the hate comments are going to come in. I like this movie, alright? The sound of that, clicking that unsubscribe button, it hurts. But yes, I do love Jennifer's Body. I do. You could say it's a guilty pleasure for me, I guess. Because I know it's not the best horror movie in the world or anything like that. Like, I'm well aware of that, and I'm well aware of the flaws of this movie. But I like it. I do. I don't know what it is, and, let's talk about Needy first. I want to get Needy out of the way. Needy is played by Amanda Seyfried, who I've really grown to Amanda Seyfried these last couple of years. At first, when she first came out and she was doing like Mean Girls was a good movie, but I wasn't that fond of her in that movie, really. Past couple years, I'm starting to come around on Amanda Seyfried. I think she's great as an actress, but this is back before she was, starting to come out on her own. But in this movie, I think she works. She works as Needy. She works as that spunky dork, as I was describing earlier. So, yeah, Amanda Seyfried, I like her in this movie. Let's talk about Megan Fox. Alright, sandwiches. Yeah, let's talk about her. Okay, so, Megan Fox, I normally, hate Megan Fox as an actress. Of course she's hot. I would be a fool to deny that. Megan Fox is fucking hot. But, she's not a good actress at all. And she knows that. She's admitted a few times, you're like, look, this is how I get roles because I look like this. But in this movie, I love Megan Fox in this movie. Why? Because I think she is perfect for this particular role, Jennifer. So this is about the only movie where I'm going to defend Megan Fox. I think Megan Fox, this was Megan Fox right here. Like, I don't think she was really trying. I'm sure she was trying to act, but it definitely came off as, okay, this is Megan Fox and something's bad happened to her, and now she's evil. That was it. But, so yeah, Megan Fox fits perfectly in this movie, and I will always defend that. Now, as for other roles, let's not talk about those. But, we're going to talk about Jennifer's Body. We also have some co-stars in here like Johnny Simmons, who you guys might recognize from, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Young Neil. I'm Neil. He's got a brief cameo in 21 Jump Street. He's the kid who dies of HFS. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, he's that kid. He was really great in this movie as Chip. Yeah, that's his name, Chip. As Needy's boyfriend. There was something about Johnny Simmons every time I see him on screen. He kind of plays the same character most of the time, but he's great. He's like, he knows music. In this movie, he knows music, so he's kind of a dork too. And he's got lots of sarcasm, which I appreciate. He's got a good sense of humor. I like Chip. Johnny Simmons, awesome. Then we have J.K. Simmons in this movie. I don't know if they're related. I'll have to look into that. I don't think so. I could be wrong, though. But anyway, J.K. Simmons is playing a teacher in this movie. Now, I'm not aware of the teacher's name, to be honest with you. But he has a hook for a hand, which I think is worth mentioning because it's highly noticeable. No explanation of how I got it, but it's not important to the story at all, so whatever. But J.K. Simmons, I wish he was in the movie more. I love J.K. Simmons. He's not asking for pictures of Spider-Man in this movie, but he's great. I love J.K. Simmons. You know, that's an Oscar-winning actor, and he decided to do this movie. And, you know, you could tell J.K. Simmons is having fun in his little part that he has in here. Then we also have, what's his name? Adrian Brody is his name, right? He was Anthony Anderson's partner in Scream 4. Yeah, he's that guy. He's playing a guy, he's a lead singer of this band called Low Shoulder, who is the band that comes in the beginning of the movie and kind of takes away Jennifer and, you know, does stuff to her and makes her evil and whatnot. What I think of him in this movie is I kind of liked him in this movie, but then again, there's stuff in here that I'm not too fond of stuff he did. Like, he makes some, he's kind of, I don't know about him sometimes. But I have to talk about that fucking song, Through the Trees. It plays like 5-6 times in this movie, and it's fucking annoying. Not as annoying as the Halloween 3 Happy Happy Halloween song. It's not that bad, but it's a cringeworthy song. It's an awful song. But yeah. Then we have the one kid who I am forgetting his name. What an idiot. But he was in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake as Quentin in that movie. He's playing like this emo kid and shit. He's playing, his name's Colin in this movie. And I like him as an actor. He always does like small stuff most of the time. You know, Haunting in Connecticut, that's another movie that he was the lead in. He's in this movie. I think he's fine. Again, he's a character I wish would have been in a little bit more than what he was. And I don't want to spoil where it's at, but, you know, Chris Pratt makes a cameo in this movie. I guess you could call it a cameo. I don't know. This is before he was Chris Pratt. This is before he was a huge star. So, yeah, if you look closely in this movie, you can see a younger and bigger Chris Pratt in this movie. I thought that was kind of cool. Just rewatching it tonight was like, oh, yeah, Chris Pratt right there, before he was Chris Pratt. That was cool. But let's talk about the violence. It is a horror movie. People die. Let's talk about that. The deaths in this movie. My biggest complaint is that you don't really see the deaths. You don't. Most of the time when she's killing somebody, you don't see it. You'll see like a shadow, or you'll hear it. Like, let's say she's killing somebody in the woods. Okay, you'll see a shot of outside of the woods, and you'll hear the screaming. All right. My biggest complaint with this movie is I don't know if it was just like a budget thing. Maybe they just didn't have the budget for it, and that's fine. I get it. But that's probably my biggest complaint with this movie is I wanted to see the deaths, and you really don't. But there are a couple cool effects. Like there's this one part. I'm gonna try not to give anything away, but she slices her arm open and it like regenerates, and then she says a line like, "See that? It's like some X-Men shit." I'm like, all right, I gotcha. But yeah, which, you know, Jennifer was never a nerd though, so how would she know that was an X-Men thing? I don't know. Not important. But yeah, what do I think of Jennifer's Body? Like I said, it is a guilty pleasure for me. I know a lot of people hate this movie, but I have fun with it. I do. Guilty pleasure, I'll defend this movie, and I'll defend Megan Fox in this movie. I want to make that clear. Just in this movie is the only movie I'll pretty much defend her in. But yeah, what do you guys think of Jennifer's Body? Like I said, I like it a lot. The characters are really fun to follow. It's got cool cinematography. There are some really bad shots, and there are some pretty bad effects, but some of the effects look cool. You know, like I said, the characters are fun. My biggest complaint is that we really don't see much of the deaths in the movie. But all in all, guys, I'm going to give Jennifer's Body, and I'm really going to get unsubscribers right now. A minus? No? Okay, how about this? B plus. B plus? B plus sound good? Alright, B plus. B plus, I think that's fair. I do enjoy it a lot. I have a lot of fun with it. What do you guys think of Jennifer's Body? Comment your thoughts down below. Like the video and subscribe. Just do it!